Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Pubo Rama, and, I was looking at my videos the other day. What's popular? What should I make another video on? And one of the videos that caught my attention was how I make 5 million a day the lazy way. This is a pretty old video when I kind of first started the channel. 263,000 views, and, the quality of the video is kind of just because of the fact it is so old. My camera and equipment wasn't as good back then. So today I figured, what, why not make a new version of this video? There are so many different ways to earn money in Grand Theft Auto Online, but a lot of players are always asking me how I'm able to earn so much money on my Broke to Billions account, and how I already have 500 million plus on my main account that I actively grind. Earning money in Grand Theft Auto Online is not nearly as hard as some players make it out to be, and not only that, it can actually be quite fun. You don't need to just do the Cayo Perico heist over and over and over. That's what a lot of players and content creators do, is they recommend to spam the Cayo Perico heist. I am not one of those content creators. While I do think it is a great way to earn money, and if you want to try it out, I have plenty of guides on the channel. When it comes to my daily grind routine, there are multiple businesses that I like to circulate in my sessions, and that way I'm not just, grinding the same Cayo Perico heist over and over and over, getting bored of the game. But the moment I log in the GTA, I always set my spawn location to the garment factory, and then resupply my passive businesses. It's a very easy way to not really do much and earn some passive income. So I hop onto my computer here, and we can see my nightclub, for example, has no popularity. So all I have to do is go to nightclub management and resident DJ, and then I just need to rebook DJs. So we can see I've got the Black Madonna and Solomon. And if I go back and forth for these two DJs, although looks like my game may have just stopped working, but if you go back and forth between these DJs, what happens is it will... Oh, I back. Okay, there you go. I fixed it. I don't know what was going on with my nightclub there. Let's try that again. Resident DJ. And this time it worked. So yeah, if we go back and forth with these DJs, it's going to raise my nightclub popularity by 10% every single time. Now, if you let your nightclub fall down to 0% popularity, then you're going to have to pay a lot of money to get it back up, about $100,000. But the good news is that even if you have to pay $100,000, it's not that big of a deal. You're still going to earn way more in return. So usually what I like to do is get my popularity in the nightclub to about 70%. And the reason why is because then I go into the interaction menu and I change my spawn location to the nightclub. So we're going to scroll and scroll and scroll until we find the nightclub. There you go. Obviously, I also restock any of the other businesses I'm grinding. My bunker's already full, so I don't need to restock that. And if I wanted to mess around with vehicle cargo, special cargo, or air freight cargo, I can also do that here. But once I have set my spawn location to the nightclub, I will quickly load into a new lobby, and the game's going to fast travel me over there. I always like to do this at the beginning of my grind session, mainly because of the fact, as I've talked about in the past, when you swap lobbies, it actually for a brief moment pauses your passive income on your businesses. So I usually try to do all of my session swapping right in the beginning of my grind session. That way, it doesn't really make a difference if my income is not starting immediately. Now, normally when you go inside your nightclub, you'll get a message from Marcel, but you'll notice I didn't get a message from Marcel. And that's because, for some reason, when you set your spawn location to the nightclub, Marcel will never message you. So what you have to do is you have to set your spawn location to the nightclub, walk out of the nightclub, then walk back in. And doing this, we will get a message from Marcel in about 5 seconds once we load into the nightclub. And that is why I did not finish that little popularity bar. Again, we can see that it's 80-ish%, but I want to get it fully done. So now that we've gone back into the nightclub, there you go. Marcel gives me a message. One of the clubbers is stumbling around, and we very quickly kick him out. We're going to have our nightclub popularity maxed. So it's like a brief, 20-second endeavor, and there you go. Now my popularity is basically full. Not only that, but you also get $10,000, which pays for one of your DJ swaps. So it's a really easy way to max out your nightclub popularity and not really take too much time. Something else that you'll always want to do is go onto your phone and call Mutt. This is a really, really quick task. Calling Mutt is the easiest way to restock your acid lab and make sure that it's full. So we can see that my acid lab, for example, is already full of supplies and product. But if it wasn't, you call Mutt, you buy supplies for your acid lab, takes about 5 seconds and congratulations, now you're done. So now what I like to do is I actually go back into my scroll wheel here and go back to the garment factory. Now you might think that's a little silly. Why am I going back to the garment factory when I was already there? And the simple reason why is because my garment factory is right next to my special cargo warehouses. So what I like to do is spawn in my garment factory and then get my Presser Mark II out of the Terabyte and fly it to my special cargo warehouses. So now that I've made my way into the Terabyte, we're just going to hop onto my Presser Mark II. And the moment that we leave, you can see literally my special cargo warehouse is right next to me. So it's just a super easy way to have your oppressor and also access the first special cargo warehouse. I always recommend for people to buy special cargo warehouses that are on this strip here, because yes, it might cost you a little bit more money, but at the end of the day, it saves you a lot of time. And time is money, as I always say on this channel. I'm trying to make as much money as I can without really spending too much effort on it. So purchasing these special cargo warehouses are definitely the easiest way to do this. So we got my first special cargo warehouse already stocked, and then we just fly over to the next one, rinse and repeat. This is really easy to do, and as long as you own an oppressor, it should only take you 3 minutes to fill all of your special cargo warehouses. I mean, I'm already at my second one here. Just park my oppressor once again, hop inside, rinse and repeat. You guys can see how easy this is to do. So that's kind of my basic grind routine as soon as I start off in GTA. I hop into the garment factory, resupply some of the basic businesses, do my special cargo sourcing, and I mean, that's really as simple as it gets for passive income. We're not done. There's a couple more businesses that we need to take care of. Always make sure that you head the stash houses, by the way. This is something I cannot stress enough. Stash houses are one of the easiest ways to get a full resupply for any one of your businesses. They are located on the map every single day, usually in the city, but they can be kind of all over the map. But, I mean, taking out a stash house, you just shoot one grenade, kills a bunch of people inside of it, and then there's usually like one person left, and there you go. Stash house taken care of. Then you just gotta look for a post-it note, which shouldn't take too long. There you go. Found the post-it note, 281197. Put it into the safe and you're done. I mean, how much faster can this be? It refills your business, and at the same time, is just really, really simple. Without wasting too much time, let's talk about some of the other ways that I earn passive income in the background. First of all, we have the salvage yard. This is a really simple business. You go to the salvage yard, you do a tow truck mission. Takes me about 3-ish minutes on average, and it earns me $24,000 of passive income. Plus, it also earns me like $70,000 when the two vehicles are eventually taken apart. So that's a really quick way of getting revenue. We have the hands-on car wash. This business is really simple. Once every 10 hours, you will have to lower your heat bar, which means you call Ralph on the phone, you ask for a car wash, takes 5 minutes, you're done, heat bar's lowered, and then you continue making around $30,000 of passive income forever with this business. Other properties that we have, the bail office. This is a really quick one. Set my spawn location to the bail office, send my bail enforcement agents out, and then in around 48 minutes, they will return with $15,000. So those are some really, really simple ways that I earn some additional passive income. If you don't own some of these businesses, you don't need to take advantage of them. However, I would say that the hands-on car wash and salvage yard are absolutely crucial for earning passive income. So you'll definitely want to use those as much as you can. A lot has changed in GTA Online since my first video on how to earn millions the lazy way. Today, we're going to be showcasing a business that most players probably don't even think of when it comes to earning millions. The Cayo Perico heist is a really easy way to earn a lot of money. It's 45 minutes of your time and you get around $1.1 million. That's absolutely fantastic. But the downside of the Cayo Perico heist is that you have to actively grind it. I mean, you have to pay attention to what you're doing. If you make any mistakes, you got to restart the heist, which could also fail the elite challenge. So you do actually have to pay attention. You have to figure out where your secondary targets are. And for people that don't constantly do the Cayo Perico heist, it can be a little bit challenging. Then we have the Mackenzie Field Hangar, which I was just at. And the Mackenzie Field Hangar heist, again, it is really easy, but it does require some effort. You have to be paying attention. I consider a lazy way to earn money a business where I can literally watch SpongeBob on my second monitor while I'm grinding, and I don't actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I just do it and then call it a day. So I really think that the easiest business to grind in GTA that doesn't require any effort and gets the job done really well is, believe it or not, the Hangar. In the latest DLC for GTA Online, the Hangar did get a rather substantial buff, and that's because with the hands-on car wash, the Higgins Helicopter Tour business was also added into the game. And purchasing Higgins Helicopter Tours gives you a 10% bonus on all crate worth. That's a big bonus, because what it means is that you're earning about an additional $300,000 every time you sell the Hangar. And more importantly, the Hangar is an incredibly easy business to sell in public lobbies. It's a single vehicle sale mission, and because of that, it's very rare to have your product get blown up. I highly recommend for players that are holding out, try selling the Hangar public. You will not regret it. The Hangar already sells for around $4 million, so if you sell it public, you can make a crazy amount of money. Like upwards of $6 million doing a sale mission in a public lobby. And when you actually add public lobby sale missions to the amount of money that you're getting hourly with the Hangar, believe it or not, it's close to $1.5 million an hour. Yes, I'm not even joking. You can actually earn more money with the Hangar than you can the Cayo Perico heist. And not only that, but the Hangar missions themselves are brain dead easy. They do not require any effort, and they're pretty monotonous, but at the end of the day, that's lazy, right? I mean, for me, the laziest way to earn money is go onto my Broke to Millions account, put on a TV show, go on a Discord call with my friends and watch a couple episodes of something, watch them stream a game to me, chat, and while I'm doing that, I can grind my Hangar, not really spend too much effort, and call it a day. It's why when I live stream, I usually grind the Hangar, because I can read chat, I can chill, and have a lot of fun, while also earning a lot of money. The Hangar is just such an easy business, and I really think that so many players are underrating it. Plus, there's a method that allows you to source the same crate over and over and over. It's very simple. Once you've sourced a crate, all you have to do is go to the pause menu and go to main menu. If you're on Legacy Edition, you can't do this, but if you are on Enhanced, you can. You quit to the main menu and then you load back into your Hangar. And when you do that, it removes the crate cooldown, which means that you can get that 70% bonus a lot faster and a lot easier. So in general, I would definitely take advantage of the Hangar. If you haven't taken a look at my guides on it, check them out, because you're going to be like, wow, this is such a brain dead business and it earns so much money. That brings us to the final nail in the coffin for the laziest way to earn money in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that is AFK methods. A lot of people are aware that Rockstar has tried to patch every single AFK method in GTA Online. However, this one has still not been patched. This is the AFK taxi method, and it's very simple. All you have to do is hop into a taxi, tell the driver to go to a specific location, and land your Sparrow or Buzzard in front of the taxi. If you don't own a Sparrow and you're a new player, all you need to do is go to the interaction menu as a CEO vehicles, and buy a Buzzard. Yes, it might cost you $25,000, but you'll definitely be earning more than that in terms of passive income. This method works, and to showcase it works, I'm going to wait. Right now, let's see. Right now, it's 12:28 on my phone. Let's reconvene in a little bit of time and see if it's still having us AFK. Well, as we can see, it's now 12 o'clock, which means it's been about 24 minutes since my last time that I spoke to you guys. And would you look at that? I am still AFK and have not been kicked from the lobby. I've tested this. It works. Subscribe for Tacos have tested this method I've showcased. It works. It's super simple, and it always gets the job done. Every night when I load in the GTA, even if I don't grind much, I always do this method, because it's literally like a free $2 million from all my passive businesses. My nightclub, my bunker, my acid lab, all of my passive businesses, special cargo, are earning money overnight, and I don't have to do a thing. So definitely one of the easiest ways to earn passive income. At the end of the day, this is truly, at least in my opinion, the laziest way to earn money. You got Hangar grinding, which requires about zero effort. You have passive income, which requires zero effort. And when you pair all this together, it really is pretty brain dead. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. And if you want to see more content like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.